New health worries in Southern California after the discovery of mosquitoes that can carry the Zika virus, plus the race to get rid of them before they can infect humans.
Campland on the Bay is an important economic driver for the city of San Diego.
This was salt marsh, this was wetlands.
Recreation versus nature, the scramble to shape the future of this corner of Mission Bay.
We have a number of really talented people that have kind of come out of the woodwork to come to Factor to kind of see their own dreams become a reality.
Sharing tools and cutting cost, the workshop that helps creative minds build, grow, and share their skills. KPBS Evening Edition starts right now. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ebony Monet. San Diego County health officials want to install hand-washing stations downtown to help control the hepatitis A outbreak that's raging through the homeless community. Hand-washing can help because the disease is spread by ingesting contaminated fecal matter. The county health department says another solution they're working on is getting people vaccinated.
We're going and working with the emergency departments that are affected to try to get them to offer vaccines to these individuals, which they typically haven't done before. And then we're working with our own staff and really sending out public health nurses and homeless outreach workers with backpacks, with coolers and vaccines in them to go in the streets and go to the encampments, go to the sites where they are, and offer vaccines. And then we're doing vaccine clinics at places where these individuals frequent, whether it's substance use, providers, whether it's homeless service providers, where, if you're getting a free meal or if you're getting a free shower, you can also get a free vaccine.
The county says there have been 196 cases and 4 deaths, making it one of the worst outbreaks in the country since the vaccine was introduced in 1995. The San Diego County Regional Task Force on the Homeless has a new CEO. Gordon Walker comes to the region from Utah, where he served as Director of Housing and Community Development, while the state was conducting a major push to reduce chronic homelessness. He's been on the job for a week.
I'm convinced that there's many things that are possible here. I sense a great deal of political will. I sense a great deal of desire on the part of the business community and also on the part of individual citizens, whether it be from a compassion point of view, or whether it be from a business point of view. It is better for everyone if all of us as individuals in society pull together, move forward, and engage with one another. And that's what we really need to do.
During their annual count in January, the task force counted 9,000 people living in the streets, shelters, and encampments across the county. A new warning for residents in one Southern California city after health officials found mosquitoes capable of carrying and transmitting the Zika virus. State officials say everyone needs to stay vigilant as the summer months heat up. Reporter Sherry Gyro says scientists are working across the state to get rid of the pest.
Mosquito technicians across the state are working to keep mosquitoes from spreading diseases in California. They scoop up samples in places where stagnant water stands. If larvae is found, mosquito-eating fish are added to treat the water and eradicate the mosquitoes. Every day they take samples and run lab tests looking for viruses, including Zika, a disease brought over to the United States by an infected individual from Uganda in 2015. Zika causes severe birth defects.
The areas of risk are all going to be related to international travel.
There are 2 species of mosquitoes that carry the Zika virus in California, mostly concentrated in the southern part of the state. So far, people have only been infected through sexual transmission and by getting bit by mosquitoes outside of the country.
They're all travel-related cases. So people that travel to Mexico, Central South America, the Caribbean, Asia, those are the Zika cases that are being detected at the moment.
Recent tests reveal some mosquitoes in North Long Beach along the Southern California coast can carry the Zika virus, and scientists want to eradicate them before they bite anyone who's been infected in the States. There is no cure for the Zika virus.
Probably the more likely way to get it without international travel would be sexual transmission.
Even though the risk of transmission across the state of California is low, people still need to take precautions, especially women who are pregnant.
You don't have unprotected sex with somebody who's been to a Zika endemic area recently. Staying indoors and screened in areas with air conditioning, wearing long sleeves and long pants, and then using insect repellents.
There have been 561 Zika infections in California since 2015. 7 cases ended up with babies born with birth defects. Although no one has contracted the disease from mosquitoes in California, scientists and medical specialists say Zika is here to stay, especially if the climate changes or the concentration of the virus in local mosquitoes intensifies. From the state capitol, this is Sherry Gyro reporting.
Now that your card is ready to go, let's get on board.
Making public transportation more efficient. A new feature called Compass Cash lets a passenger load money onto their Compass card and use that balance for bus, trolley, Sprinter, and coaster fares. Previously, anyone taking a single ride on a bus needed exact change in cash.
So it's a really convenient option for the occasional riders or those people who want more flexibility with their payment options.
MDS has been working to make fare payment easier for its customers. Earlier this year, it launched a smartphone app called Compass Cloud that sells daily and multi-day transit passes. A major facelift ahead for the northeast part of Mission Bay. But exactly what that will look like remains up in the air. For the second time in the past year, city planners are poised to present redevelopment options. KPBS reporter Eric Anderson has details.
The Kendall Frost Marsh is a slice of San Diego's past. The sliver of wetlands tucked along the northeast portion of Mission Bay represents the last of what used to be thousands of acres of salt marsh. City officials stripped away that habitat over 3 decades as they created the nation's largest aquatic park. The marsh sits right beside a recreational vehicle park, Campland on the Bay. Project manager Jacob Gelfand says the business has served campers for years.
This is a place where families introduce their kids to the importance of protecting the natural environment. Campland on the Bay has coexisted successfully with the existing Kendall Frost Marsh for decades now.
But Campland's location is problematic. The RV park separates the existing marsh from Rose Creek. That stream should funnel sediment and water into the wetlands. The Mission Bay Master Plan says the Campland site should revert to natural habitat when that facility's lease expires. A 3-year extension means that likely happens in 2020.
Campland on the Bay is an important economic driver for the city of San Diego, contributing nearly $3 million a year in lease and tax revenue for the city, and providing over 150 jobs.
Gelfand says the park's $70 a night fees are significantly cheaper than other vacation spots along the water in California. He would like to keep the park where it is, but Gelfand has already lobbied city officials to move to the other side of Rose Creek. A long and expensive legal fight with the city has finally emptied what was once a rogue trailer park on the De Anza Cove Peninsula. Gelfand sees a chance for Campland to take over the now largely abandoned property.
The Mission Bay Park Master Plan recommends that in the event that the use of Campland's existing site were to change, that the peninsula of De Anza Cove would be an ideal location for to transfer Campland's lease potentially and to continue providing affordable waterfront camping, in part because historically both this site and the peninsula of De Anza have been used to provide affordable overnight accommodations and waterfront recreation.
The master plan actually says that Campland could move to De Anza Cove, but city officials have said publicly the master plan doesn't provide specific guidance for the area. The De Anza Peninsula and Cove are not only coveted by Campland, but environmentalists also see opportunity here. This is prime property for the return of Mission Bay's traditional salt marsh habitat.
So everything you're seeing here is man-made. This was not a bay and a peninsula. This was salt marsh. This was wetlands. If you think of like Tijuana River Estuary or up at the North County Coastal Lagoons, that's what was here.
Rebecca Schwartz-Lusberg leads an effort called Rewild Mission Bay. She's walking along the narrow band of sand that rings De Anza Cove. The Audubon Society group wants to soften the man-made footprint on this part of the bay. Storm drain outlets foul the water, and poor water circulation keeps pollution in this part of the bay longer than in other areas. She says a sustainable swath of wetlands here could change the dysfunctional man-made ecology. Wetlands would help filter dirty runoff that drains out of nearby neighborhoods. Since the city is reconsidering the future of the De Anza property, she says the timing is right to remake this area.
Right now, almost the entire bay is commerce and recreation. And the Rewild project would return about 5% of that back to the environment. So still really skewed towards commerce and recreation, but more balanced than it is now.
Schwartz-Lusberg says Campland can move its business to any part of Mission Bay, but De Anza is the only place the city can build a sustainable wetland area for people and wildlife. She says camping could still find a home here. It just can't be crowded around the water's edge.
But it has to actually be done correctly, where you have a transition of the highest intensity use farther back from the habitat areas. So your things like tent camping and picnic areas right next to the beaches or the wetlands, and your RV camping or your buildings and facilities set farther back.
City officials have been working with the community for more than a year to develop some options. The first round of suggestions were heavy on protecting recreation around the area, but light on expanding the reach of natural habitat. Schwartz-Lusberg hopes that this is different when the city's second set of alternatives come out this week. But the city is being very secretive about those plans. San Diego officials declined several requests to speak on the record about the process. The city's communication staff pointed KPBS to a website that outlined the general parameters of the project. City planners didn't want to discuss the project until their redevelopment options are revealed this week. The public will get a chance to weigh in at a hearing on Thursday night. Eric Anderson, KPBS News.
A judge has decided the federal government's lawsuit against Qualcomm can move forward. KPBS tech reporter David Wagner says the San Diego company lost its bid to have the case dismissed.
Earlier this year, the Federal Trade Commission brought an antitrust case against Qualcomm. The FTC charged Qualcomm with using anti-competitive tactics to maintain a monopoly on chips that power cell phones and other mobile devices. Qualcomm moved to have the case thrown out, arguing it contained no factual allegations of anti-competitive harm to other companies. But earlier this week, a U.S. district judge in San Jose denied Qualcomm's motion, giving U.S. regulators a chance to prove their case. In a statement, Qualcomm's general counsel said the company continues to believe that the FTC's claims are without merit. David Wagner, KPBS News.
Coming up tonight on PBS NewsHour, new questions about Lyme disease and why there's not an effective vaccine on the market for humans. One man treated for it is still suffering.
Why am I still having these symptoms when I had all these courses of treatment? Is the bacteria still in my body? I don't know.
Plus, the sophisticated malware attack wreaking havoc on the Ukraine. That's tonight on PBS NewsHour, starting at 7, right here on KPBS. A foggy night for San Diego, followed by sunshine and cloudy skies. Erin Calandra has tonight's forecast.
Beautiful conditions here today in San Diego. Those red flag warnings are now expired. Still pretty dry, though, in the mountains and deserts, so outdoor burning is probably still not the best idea at this point. But as we take a look here at the satellite and radar, we really don't see any precipitation in this county, not even anywhere really in California. We are certainly seeing some very dry conditions. So tonight, 63 degrees, that's our overnight low. Fog late as usual. and that will break up in the morning. More so here along the coast. Oceanside 61 degrees, San Diego 63. As we move in further, Ramona 52 and Alpine 53. And as we take a look in the desert, 72 for the overnight low, and Mount Laguna in the mountains 54 degrees. This is the setup for Thursday. It looks a lot like yesterday, doesn't it? We are very hot here in the deserts, much more comfortable though along the coast. And although our temperatures are going to be in the 70s here for much of the week along the coast, it's going to feel a bit warmer because that moisture and humidity from the ocean. It's going to feel much more like 80 degrees rather than in the low 70s. So Oceanside 71 degrees tomorrow, San Diego 71 as well, Poway 81 degrees, Mount Laguna 77. That's huge improvement from last week, but we're still cooking here in the deserts, 106 degrees. It's a wet mess along the southeast. We are seeing thunderstorms pretty much all the way up into New England, down to Florida. Meanwhile, here on the west coast, we are still nice and dry, very pleasant conditions. So looking at the 5-day here along the coast, it's going to be in the 70s all week with fog early on, breaking up for some sunshine. And again, it's going to feel a bit warmer than that with the humidity. Inland, we're in the 80s much of the week. Actually, all of the week. On Saturday, that's going to be the warmest day, 84 degrees with sunshine. And in the mountains, well, it's a mix of 70s and 80s. 82 degrees on Friday. That's going to be our hottest day, cooling down just a bit throughout the weekend. And in the deserts, it is balmy, very hot conditions. We're still in triple digits every single day. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. For KPBS News, I'm Erin Calandra.
Continue forward and left. One and hold. Okay, he's at the patient. Getting him in. Okay. Getting him in. Okay. He's in. That's in. Okay, clear to lift. Okay, coming up. Power's good. Bring him up. Okay.
It was a close call for a swimmer in Nevada County. This is video of a CHP helicopter rescue just south of the Yuma River. The Nevada man was swept away but managed to make it to a boulder in the middle of the rapids before a 40-foot drop. Officials warn it's a dangerous time on the river with fast-moving water. A new report ranks San Diegans as the 5th worst drivers in the country, while Los Angeles motorists rank 6th. KPBS's Deb Welsh has more on the analysis by Quote Wizard, an online company that compares insurance rates for consumers.
Behind the wheel, San Diegans are prone to speeding, frequently crash their cars, and are likely to get pulled over for driving under the influence. 5 of the top 10 regions with the highest number of bad drivers were located in California. San Diego and Los Angeles both showed high rates of DUI incidents in 2016. In fact, Quote Wizard says San Diego ranks 2nd for most DUIs in the nation, while Los Angeles is 9th. The company looked at the nation's 75 largest metropolitan areas and ranked them according to 4 categories: accidents, speeding tickets, driving under the influence, and other traffic citations. Deb Welsh, KPBS News.
You could soon be driving down Obama Boulevard. Today, the Los Angeles City Council unanimously voted to rename a stretch of Rodeo Road Obama Boulevard. Backers point out the Southwest Los Angeles community already has other streets named after presidents, such as Jefferson and Washington. Council President Herb Wesson says the community response has been positive. Some people, in fact, push for a more prominent street to bear the Obama name. Obama campaigned at a park on Rodeo Road in 2007. The cost of high-tech design tools can be expensive. A shared workspace in downtown Orlando allows creative minds to bring their ideas to life with cool gadgets like computer-controlled laser cutters and 3D printers. In tonight's SciTech Report, we take you inside this collaborative space.
Every inventor knows the adage, the right tool for the right job. But how to unleash individuals' creativity when tools can cost tens of thousands of dollars? Factor in downtown Orlando offers one solution to that problem.
Factor's a makerspace. The concept of a makerspace is basically a place for people to kind of come, utilize tools they wouldn't be able to afford, to educate the community on how to use these tools.
Factor is a labor of love for founder Douglas Brown.
I started Factor with the idea that I would be able to surround myself with talented artists, talented entrepreneurs, and talented machinists and mentors to kind of learn myself how the tools are used,
By design, the space is many things to many people.
We have a wide variety of members. I think that we have a lot of retired individuals that have worked in this industry before. They no longer have a workshop, they don't have even a garage. We also have a lot of new entrepreneurs that are looking to kind of create new companies, new designs, and they don't have the capital to buy the tools themselves or even get the warehouse space required to kind of do production. So we offer that ability for our members to come in, start their companies.
Members have access to a number of tools to bring their ideas to fruition.
We do 3D printing with laser cutting. We also do a wood shop, and we do a metal shop, and we have an electronics room as well. We have a laser machine that's used for cutting acrylic, for wood, for leather. The machine itself runs for about $40,000, so it's very difficult for users or members that are starting companies to afford that capital outlay.
Most Factor members pay a monthly fee. Others pay with their time and expertise.
X Factor is an opportunity here at Factor where you can volunteer time to help teach classes or help teach people on different equipment in exchange for the membership fee. I volunteer here in the electronics room. All right, so this is the intro to Arduino.
Arduino is a set of open source software and hardware.
The intro to Arduino class kind of helps people get started with the Arduino hardware. Teaches a lot of the basics of how to interface with the hardware, a little bit of the coding so that you can learn how to turn an LED on and off, how to get input from a button. By the time you're done, you've got kind of a basic foundation to help build some type of project that you might be interested in.
In addition to providing access to expensive tools, Factor serves as a place where ideas can cross-pollinate.
I met another member here named Bill Ball, and together we both had a similar vision for a low-cost robot that people could learn about electronics and about robotics and about programming. And so we kind of worked together over a couple months and put together an initial prototype for this robot that our target is trying to keep it under $50.
This project really wouldn't have been possible without Factor. Really more than anything, it's the opportunity to meet people who have similar interests, but different levels of expertise and different types of expertise.
I feel like I'm kind of a creative person, and I have a lot of ideas, and I like to be able to get those ideas out to a certain point to see if it's worth going further with it. And being able to learn this stuff that'll teach other people, you kind of in turn learn a lot about your own ideas.
For Douglas Brown, it's also important that Factor welcomes a broad range of creators.
We're about as evenly demographic as possible. I mean, the concept there is we have an equal segment of artists that come in here that are looking to expand upon their art.
One of the pieces that I'm best known for around town is the dinosaur skull out of cardboard.
One of those artists is Bob Barnett.
I do a lot of work where art and technology meet. I'm very inspired by science fiction. Here I get to work with a lot of great engineers who have taught me a lot about electrical engineering and computer programming. And they're helping me with the process of building a better version of all the different things that I build. This object exists in a niche of its own where it is the intersection of astronomy, computer programming, mechanical design, electronic design, graphic design, interface design. It has so many different aspects that it ties into for this specific piece. You can use it to point at objects in the sky and track them and take photographs of them, or you can use it to map an area of the sky. You could use it also for home security. You could plot the infrared temperatures of crops. I wanted to build it for the common user. It's only about $200 to build the thing, and it's all open source architecture, so you can program it yourself to do what you'd like it to do.
Factor may appear to be a cool workshop decked out with cutting-edge tools, but ultimately, it's not just about shiny new hardware.
Factor is about people. We have a number of really talented people that have kind of come out of the woodwork to come to Factor to kind of see their own dreams become a reality. And that's a wonderful thing, because when you work for a job and you have a plethora of tools, but you can only work on those tools for somebody else, it's nice to be able to have the skill set that comes in place and work on those tools for yourself. So that's one of the pride things that we have in Factor.
People should be empowered to be able to have the knowledge to create the ideas that they have so that they can share them with the world.
You can see more stories like that one on SciTech Now, Sundays at 5:30 right here on KPBS. Michael Bond, the creator of the marmalade-loving teddy bear with the raincoat and floppy hat, has died. Bond's creations first appeared in a bear called Paddington in 1958. Paddington went on to star in more than 20 books, TV series, and a recent feature film. An Englishman, Bond served in the British military during World War II and was inspired by memories of refugee children who streamed through the country's train stations before and after the war, often with name tags around their necks. Paddington wears a tag that says, "Please look after this bear." Bond was 91 years old. Now, here's a look at what we're working on for tomorrow in the KPBS newsroom. On Morning Edition, shedding the pounds and getting paid for it, the federal program putting up cash for people with pre-diabetes. And on Midday Edition, a community hero honored for her work in affordable housing, her mission to help working families in San Diego. You can find tonight's stories on our website, kpbs.org/evening edition. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.